In the history of the Philippines, few figures have stirred as much controversy and debate as Ferdinand Marcos Sr. and Rodrigo Duterte. One ruled with an iron fist during a time of martial law, while the other redefined modern politics with his unfiltered approach. Today we ask, who truly left the bigger impact on our nation? Ferdinand Marcos Sr. rose to power in an era marked by political turbulence. His tenure, most notably defined by the imposition of martial law in 1972, reshaped the fabric of the nation. Marcos promised stability and progress, but delivered a legacy marked by widespread corruption, human rights abuses, and a dramatic concentration of power. Under martial law, freedom of expression was curtailed, and dissent was often met with brutal force. Yet supporters argue that his rule brought infrastructural development and a semblance of order during chaotic times, but at what cost? Fast forward to the 21st century, where Rodrigo Duterte emerged from the local politics of Davao City to become the nation's president. Known for his hard-hitting language and a promise to eradicate crime, Duterte's approach was starkly different and no less controversial than traditional politics. His signature war on drugs has polarized opinions, hailed by many as a necessary, albeit harsh measure to restore order, and condemned by others as a campaign of extrajudicial violence. Like Marcos, Duterte's methods have left an indelible mark on the collective memory of the nation. At first glance, the leadership styles of Marcos and Duterte might seem worlds apart. Marcos's rule was marked by the controlled spectacle of state power, formality, suppression of dissent, and centralized authority, while Duterte capitalized on anti-establishment sentiment, connecting directly with the people through blunt language and unfiltered media appearances. Yet both share a common thread, a reliance on strongman tactics to maintain control and shape public perception. Marcos wielded power through fear and a tightly controlled narrative, whereas Duterte shattered conventional norms to speak directly to the masses. When we turn to policy, the contrasts become even starker. Marcos's government embarked on large-scale projects that modernized parts of the country, but were marred by allegations of graft and embezzlement, leaving behind a legacy of development intertwined with deep-seated economic inequality. Duterte, meanwhile, launched an aggressive campaign against drugs, a policy that has had both immediate and long-lasting effects on communities nationwide. While reports indicate a drop in crime rates, the human cost and international criticism have sparked fierce debates about justice and accountability. In foreign policy, Marcos aligned with Cold War powers, while Duterte's pivot towards China and a more independent stance has reshaped regional dynamics, each setting a precedent that continues to influence Philippine politics today. Public opinion on both leaders remains deeply divided. For many, Marcos represents a time of order and national pride, a legacy remembered with a sense of nostalgia despite its darker sides. Conversely, Duterte's raw, no-holds-barred approach resonates with those frustrated by traditional politics, even as it alienates others. In both cases, history has yet to render a definitive verdict. Their legacies are complex, layered with both achievements and significant controversies. The debate continues. Was Marcos's reign a necessary path to development or a cautionary tale of unchecked power? And can Duterte's populism bring real change, or will it be remembered as another chapter of political extremism? As we close this exploration of two of the Philippines' most controversial leaders, one thing remains clear. The impact of their rule is still felt today. Whether you view them as heroes or villains, Marcos and Duterte have both shaped the nation in profound ways. The question remains, who left the bigger impact? The answer is as complex as history itself, and it's up to you to decide. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden truths of our past and present. Join the conversation in the comments below and let us know your thoughts.